Well, did you know that AI has hallucinations, like kind of drug trips? That's what they call it when AI tells you something that's totally nonsense. According to Google's AI model, this is based on incorrect assumptions made by the model. But like, how does that happen? I'm going to show you this hilarious example of it. And then we're going to try and collectively figure out, how did the computer come up with this? Well, this made my week. It made me laugh so hard for about the last 24 hours. And now I can never get over it. And I'm calling my children Hunter to Butts. I want to get a dog named Hunter to Butts. So the View host, Anna Navarro, said that she used AI to look up past U.S. presidents that have pardoned their family members or in-laws. And it came up with this post, which she then felt comfortable to put on her X account, saying Woodrow Wilson pardoned his brother-in-law, Hunter to Butts. And then she goes on to talk about Bill Clinton and Donald Trump pardoning. Only the thing is, you see that community note there is that there's no Hunter to Butts. We have no record that Woodrow Wilson ever knew somebody named Hunter to Butts or was related to. It's so funny too that she's like, tell me again how Joe Biden is setting precedent with her laughing emojis, and then the community notes just handles her. Hunter to Butts was never pardoned. He's innocent, whoever he is. So later she explained that she got this from ChatGPT, as if that's better. Here's her post about it where she just looks it up. So it's not like I'm someone with gravitas, I know history. No, she looked it up on her phone and then put it on. So now we know how ABC News is getting their research. Believe them at your own peril. But like, how does this happen? What I'm showing you there is an AI hallucination. They made up Hunter to Butts. The comments on this post, you guys, are gold. It's like people saying, what about Hugh Jass? Right. What about D's nuts?
D's nuts. Have you ever pardoned D's nuts?
What about Amanda Hug and kiss? So, like, how does AI hallucinate like that? How does that happen? It says it's taking inputs and then making assumptions, but who put that in, and why Woodrow Wilson? And like, why and how? It's too good. It's too good.
I think the confusion was because didn't you see the PBS documentary on Hunter to Butts where he was actually just a friend of Woodrow Wilson's brother-in-law? So I don't know that he got pardoned. Yeah,
he's innocent. Okay,
it's a great documentary.
Right.
Documentary on Hunter to Butts.
Okay. Are you serious? Is there a real PBS special about that?
No, I'm not serious.
No, there's
okay.
No.
So yeah, like, how does this hallucination happen? It should teach us all, we should do our own homework. We should not rely on this. Maybe AI gets me started, but I need to do a little of my own research. How about this week from Esquire? Esquire magazine published this story about how George Bush pardoned his son Neil, when also that's not a thing that ever happened. Neil Bush was never indicted for any crimes. He did settle a case with the FDC over a bank that he worked at, but there was no pardon, no discussion of a pardon, no crime to pardon from. So how does Esquire just make this up when they were called out on it? They published this. This story has been updated. An earlier version stated incorrectly that George Bush gave a pardon to his son. Esquire regrets that error. I mean, it's not like a little error. It was the headline. Now, if you...
Editor's note.
Right. Editor's note. Whole story is crap.
The whole story is garbage.
But it's there. Now, later they took down the entire story. This is what you would get if you looked it up. Now, see the author there? His name is Charles P. Pierce. In a turn of extreme irony, that person also wrote this book called Idiot America. According to the summaries, I have not read the book, it is about how Americans will just believe anything. So is he just testing us, or did he also use AI, or is he proof positive of an American idiot? I mean, there's no explanation. And as a journalist, sure, Clayton and I have made mistakes before, sure. But you have to explain yourself or else people won't trust you.
Is it go ahead, Phil. No, it was just a social experiment thing that people do when they get caught doing something stupid. No, it was just a social experiment. I was just kidding.
Yeah, I read a whole book as an experiment, as a test to see if you caught on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. So he has not explained himself, so we don't know why he would do something quite so stupid. So is AI just unreliable, or we idiots, or both? I think probably both things are true. Just this week, a Stanford misinformation expert admitted that he used AI to draft a court document that contained multiple fake citations for AI in a case about AI. Get this, and how meta. He wrote this expert testimony. He charged the state of Minnesota $600 per hour to be their expert witness. But then it turns out that AI put 2 fake articles in the citations of his work, and the opposing counsel found it. And he was called out for it. He said, "Oh, sorry, I just didn't notice that AI had generated 2 hallucinated citations." But like, you don't check your own work? What if he's a professor of communications at Stanford? What if his students did this? You would hope that he would fail them. And so should he get away with something? So again, using AI, maybe you can use it to give you some clues. But you would think, like, even the Hunter DeBunce thing, this is the thing. You're putting something on Twitter and you're like, oh, I see that on Google, or I see it on AI. You know, I don't recall this Hunter DeBunce story. Maybe I should figure out, why was he pardoned? What's the story there? Maybe I should do a little more research. No, she just went with it full, like a bull in a china shop.
And then
I'm saying this as a mic drop.
And then she blames ChatGPT and Twitter sleuths for calling her out. She's like, hey, Twitter sleuths, you might want to blame ChatGPT. Right. No, we're blaming you as an ABC News anchor or an ABC News face, of information.
Right.
Right.
That this didn't pass your own smell test. So what are we to think of your judgment now?
The whole DeButts thing smells.
It smells. Yeah.
Smells.